女士们、先生们、记者朋友们，大家上午好！欢迎大家出席国务院新闻办新闻发布会。
The press conference of the State Council
今年
Information
10
Office.
月1号是
This year, the 1st of October, will mark the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China,
我们国家将举行一系列
and
的
China will host
庆祝活动。
a number of celebration
这
activities.
次国内外高度
And
关
I
注
know that there is a great deal of attention both at home and abroad.
我们今天
This is
举行新闻发布
A
会，
focal topic
专
among
门
the
介绍
people from the media, so we are hosting this press conference to brief you on the celebration activities. We have with us today Executive Vice Minister Wang Xiaohui of the Publicity Department of the Communist Party of China Central Committee, Vice Minister Li Qun of Culture and Tourism, Member of the Standing Committee of the Municipal Party Committee and Deputy Mayor of Beijing Lin Keqing, Member of the Standing Committee and Head of the Publicity Department of the Municipal Party Committee of Beijing. On this side, we have Cong Liang, Secretary General of the NDRC, and Deputy Director of the Office of the Leading Group on the Military Parade, and the Deputy Director General of the Operations Bureau of the Joint Staff Department under the Central Military Commission, Mr. Cai Zhijun. Later, we will let Mr. Wang Xiaohui
在座的各位呢会回答大家
give a few opening remarks. Then the floor will be open for questions. Now, Minister Wang, please.
中外记者朋友，大家上午好。
Good morning, everyone.
很高兴向大家介绍
It is my great pleasure
庆祝
to
中华人
brief
民
you
共和国成立70
on the
年重要
upcoming
有关
activities
计划
celebrating the 70th anniversary
大家都知
of
道
the People's
今
Republic.
年是中华人民
As you
共和
all
国
know,
成立
this
70
year will mark the 70th anniversary of the founding of the PRC.
隆重热烈的
Beijing will host large-scale celebration activities
将充分
to
展示
showcase
中华人民
the
共和国
extraordinary journey,
70年来的
achievements, and experience of China in the past 70 years.
宝贵经验，突出展示
In particular,
18大以来
since the 18th Party
以习近平同
Congress,
志为核心的
the Party Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core has united and led the entire party and armed forces and people of all ethnic groups in carrying out our great struggle, advancing our great project and great cause, and realizing our great dream.
推动
This endeavor has brought about historic achievements
发生
and transformational change in the undertakings of the party and the nation.
激励和动员全党
It inspires and motivates the entire party, military, and the people of all ethnic groups to rally more closely around the Party Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core, stay true to the party's founding
为
mission,
决胜
and work tirelessly to secure a decisive victory in building a moderately prosperous society in all respects, strive for the great success of socialism with Chinese characteristics in the new era, and also realize the Chinese dream of national rejuvenation.
要包括以
The
下
celebration activities will include the following.
是隆
First,
重举行庆祝
A
大
grand celebration rally,
会和群众
a military parade, and a civilian parade. On the 1st of October, in the name of the Party Central Committee, MPC Standing Committee, State Council, CPPCC, and Central Military Commission, in Tiananmen Square,
隆重举行
there will be
庆祝中华
a
人民
celebration rally marking the 70th anniversary.
中共中央
General Secretary
国家
of
主席
the Party Central Committee, President of China, and Chairman of
发表
the Central Military Commission, Xi Jinping, will deliver an important speech.
将举
The
行
rally will be
盛大
followed by a grand military parade and a civilian
阅兵
parade.
式和群众游行的情况，一会儿
Later,
和北京的
Our representative from the Beijing government and the military will brief you on these parades.
首都
Second, there will be a gala evening.
10月1日晚，在
On the
北京
evening of the 1st of October in Tiananmen Square, there will be a gala evening marking the anniversary. State and party leaders, together with representatives from all walks of life in Beijing, will celebrate the anniversary together and watch a cultural performance and a fireworks
荣誉称号。
show. And third, national medals and honorary titles will be presented. In the Great Hall of the People, there will be a presentation ceremony to confer the Medal of the People's Republic to those publicly recognized for their major contribution and outstanding service to the cause of socialism with Chinese characteristics and national defense and high moral standards. The Friendship Medal to foreigners who have made outstanding contribution to China's socialist modernization and exchanges and cooperation with other countries, as well as world peace. And the national honorary titles to those who have made important contribution with a great reputation and noble moral character in their trades and professions.
将分别授予共和国勋章、友谊勋章和国家荣誉称
And
号。
as for the presentation ceremony, President Xi Jinping will personally confer the medals and sign off on the certificates.
四是举行向
Fourth, there will be a ceremony to pay tribute to the people's heroes.
是烈士纪
On
念日
the 30th
我们将
of
在北京
September,
天安门广场
which is the Martyrs' Day in China,
碑前
in the Tiananmen Square, in front of the monument to the people's heroes, there will be a ceremony to present flower baskets to people's
让各国
heroes.
领导人和首
Party
各
and
界
state
人士
leaders and the representatives of the public in Beijing will attend the
举
ceremony.
办国庆招
Fifth,
待
there
会
will be a National Day
中
reception.
华人民共
In the
和国
name
主
of
席
President Xi Jinping, in the Great Hall of the People,
举办
there
盛
will
大
be
国庆招待
a
会
grand National Day
中共中央
reception.
总书记
General Secretary, President and Chairman Xi Jinping will deliver an important speech.
六是举办国庆文艺晚会
Sixth, there will be a National Day cultural performance. In celebration of the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China, a cultural performance will be held in the Great Hall of the People in the form of a grand musical epic named Forward, Sons and Daughters of China.
介绍晚会的
And later, the Minister of Culture and Tourism will brief you on the performance. Seventh, there will be a large-scale exhibition in commemoration of the 70th anniversary of the PRC. Starting from September,
人民共和国
the exhibition
70周年
will be held
成就展
in Beijing Exhibition Center,
将向大家介绍
and the Secretary General from the NDRC will brief you on the exhibition later.
颁发庆祝中华人民共和国成立
Eighth,
70周年纪念
We
章
will be awarding commemorative medals for the 70th anniversary of the PRC. The medals will be awarded by
中华人民共和国
the CPC Central Committee, State Council, and the Central Military Commission to living veterans and comrades whose careers started before the founding of the PRC,
获得国家
to living honorees of national awards and honors
荣誉，并接
after the founding of the PRC,
向中华人民共和国成立后
to
因参与
living military personnel and veterans
奖励
who have won first-class honors or above after the founding of the
中华
PRC,
人民共和国
and
做出杰出贡献
to
国际友人
foreign friends who have made significant contribution to the founding of the PRC.
纪念章。九是制作播出
Ninth,
型文献专题
We will be broadcasting a documentary series.
成立
The documentary series will
辉
feature
煌成就
the splendid achievements over the past 7
大
decades
型文献专题片。国庆前夕
and
在中央
will be aired
一套
on
节目
CCTV 1 at prime time in the run-up to the National Day.
一批
At the same time, we will roll out a series of well-crafted artistic works,
和艺术水平的
including drama,
音乐、
music,
舞蹈
dancing, and
各类优秀文艺
fine arts in celebration of the 70th anniversary,
和电视剧
promote a series of major themed
出版物。
movies and TV dramas, and release a series of featured publications. 10th, we will issue commemorative stamps and coins. The stamps and coins will be issued in celebration of the 70th anniversary of the founding of the PRC.
此外，各地区各部门
Various localities and departments will also carry out
形式多样
different forms of celebration activities
中央宣传部
in accordance with the overall arrangement by the CPC Central
这
Committee.
条主线，
Focusing on the celebration of the 70th anniversary, the Central Publicity Department is organizing
主题采访活动，
an interview program themed Splendid 70 Years, a New Era of Striving, an outreach program themed Me and My Motherland,
大
and a publicity campaign themed Role Models of Hard Work to sound the tenor of New China and in the new era.
中华人民共和国成立70周年各项活动，
The celebration activities will be grand and lively as well as practical and cost-effective. We will strictly follow the 8-point regulation, do away with formality and extravagance. So this is my opening remarks. Thank you. Thank you, Minister Wang. And now the floor is open for questions. Please identify your media affiliation before asking your questions. And English questions will be translated. From Guangming Daily, you mentioned that there will be a large-scale exhibition for the 70th anniversary. So what is the theme for the exhibition, and what will be the new things for this exhibition? Thank you for your question, and also thank you for your attention to the exhibition. Just now, Minister Wang gave you an overview on the celebrations. And now regarding your question in specific, I will share more details. The exhibition will be focusing on opening up and developing the path of socialism with Chinese characteristics and building a modern socialist country. It will showcase how Chinese Communist Party members represented by Mao Zedong, Deng Xiaoping, Jiang Zemin, Hu Jintao, and Xi Jinping mobilized the party, the military, and all Chinese people to successfully open up and develop the path of socialism with Chinese characteristics, build a modern socialist country over the past 7 decades, and particularly how the CPC Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at the core mobilized the party, military, and Chinese people to advance the five-sphere integrated plan and the four-pronged comprehensive strategy. Now, the preparation work is basically in place, and there will be 3 features. First is to highlight the leadership of the party. The achievements of New China over the past 7 decades were registered under the leadership of the CPC. Without the CPC, there will be no New China, and socialism with Chinese characteristics will not achieve where it has today. In the exhibitions, we will highlight the leadership of the party and highlight the achievements made in different stages of development. We will set up cross-stage lines to highlight the achievements and fully demonstrate the achievements made by the party, the military, and all China. Second is to be people-centered. The CPC comes from the people, and it lives and thrives because of the people. In order that the people can have a better impression of the changes over the past 7 decades and to surely have a bigger sense of empathy and participation, we focus on not only the mega equipments of the country, but also what happens around the people. For example, we will be showcasing the polyester materials, the first farmhouse stay, the abolishment of food coupons, and the so-called toilet revolution. We have also set up a wedding house in the 50s, which showed what the urban and rural households looked like in the early stages of reform and opening up, as well as the relocation of people under our effort for poverty alleviation. Third, we focus on innovative exhibition ways. This exhibition will be different from previous ones because we follow a chronological manner. It will be feeling like walking through a time tunnel. And your memory about different stages of development will be revived. For example, we will be showcasing 150 firsts over the past 70 years, and there will be notable logos. And there will also be walls of heroes and role models, which will showcase the heroes and role models who emerged every 10 years. And the parade vehicles will also be parked outside the exhibition center. In order to have a broader participation, we will be staging the exhibition online so that people can have a better feeling of what has been achieved over the past 7 decades. Thank you. It surely will be an exhibition that will be rich in content. With 联合早报, my question is about the military parade. Will it be on a larger scale than previous parades? And will there be new military equipments? Will it be including DF-41 missiles? Well, thank you for your attention to the military parade. Let me take your questions. On major occasions, there will be military parades, and this is a common practice of many countries in the world. This year will be the 70th anniversary of the PRC. The CPC Central Committee and the Central Military Commission have decided to carry out a military parade in Tiananmen Square. This is an important institutional arrangement of the country. In terms of its nature, the military parade is an occasion for the country to have an inspection on the military capabilities and an important component of the celebration functions. Considering this is the first military parade in the new era, it will be showcasing the achievements made in the past 7 decades for China's defense development, as well as the important connotation for the commitment of the People's Armed Forces to national rejuvenation in the new era, and there will be new equipments showcased. In general, the scale will be larger than the exhibitions, than the parades in celebration of the 50th and 60th anniversaries of the founding of the country, as well as the 70th anniversary of the victory of war against Japanese aggression. And it will be an occasion to showcase the image of the armed forces of China standing on a new historical starting point. Let me point out that the military parade is an important component of the celebration activities, and it is not targeted against any country or region or any situation. The Chinese armed forces always remain a staunch force in support of regional and world peace and stability, and is committed to building a community with a shared future for all mankind and upholding world peace. And Chinese armed forces have the determination and capability to uphold national sovereignty, security, and development interests, and uphold and promote world peace and stability. As for the new equipments, there will be 1 month in the run-up to the military parade, so I ask for your patience. And information will be released in due course. With the CCTV. This year's celebration will be the first ever one in the new era. What will be the most important features and highlights for the celebrations?
Let me take this question. From my perspective, there will be a lot of highlights for the celebration, for the military parade, the civilian parade, the gala evening, and also the exhibition and the cultural performance. There are many creative things and certainly many highlights to look forward to. As for the special features, I think there are 3 major features. First of all, the celebration activities are rich and diverse. The celebration will include a number of events. As I mentioned, there will be a grand celebration rally, military parade, and a civilian parade, and also a state-level National Day reception, and also the award presentation ceremony. There will also be a spectacular gala evening, and there will also be big exhibition and a fireworks show. Apart from that, different regions and departments will also organize various kinds of activities. So there is indeed a wide range of activities to look forward to. And also, I think the celebration will feature broad public participation. The 70th anniversary is indeed a festive occasion for people of all ethnic groups. So the celebration activities will all put people at the center. For instance, as I mentioned, on the morning of the 1st October, the civilian parade will have more than 100,000 people from Beijing participating, and also more than 60,000 people from different walks of life in Beijing will participate in the gala evening. And also, we have invited more than 30,000 average Chinese, including representatives from families as Beijing citizens, to the military parade, and also representatives of the working class, including some migrant workers, to the occasion. And as for cultural performances, apart from the gala evening, between the 16th and 26th of September, there will be additional performances, 7 of them, for more people to come and watch the cultural performance. And also, across the country, there will be a Me and My Country public celebration campaign. We have made plans for that. We want these celebrations to catch on with the grassroots public, and people will organize events to watch flag raise and sing national anthem together. There will be singing competitions, square dance competitions, and visits to gardens around the National Day. There will be many of those activities for all kinds of people in China to together participate in those activities and share the festive mood. And the third feature is that we will pay special tribute to the heroes and the forefathers who have participated in the nation building of the People's Republic. As I said, there will be a presentation ceremony of medals to all those who have done remarkable contribution to the People's Republic's development, and also there will be a ceremony to present flower baskets to the people's heroes and also to the veterans and old comrades and old moral examples. We will present a commemoration medal marking the 70th anniversary. And also for the rally and the military parade, we will invite those who have made outstanding contribution or their family members for their contribution to the founding and development of the People's Republic, and also for the civil servants who have won honors, and also for migrant workers and outstanding representatives from different walks of life. We will invite around 1,500 of them to those events, and also we will honor the most beautiful people for their moral standards and their hard work. And also we will invite moral examples among the party members and also family members of the martyrs to those events. We will never forget those who have made sacrifices to the motherland. Thank you. Next question, please. Thank you. Your media organization, please. I'm with China Daily. Well, the civilian parade and the gala evening always feature prominently each time on the National Day. And this time, around the 70th anniversary, what will be the highlights in the civilian parade, and what will be the major features that should not be missed in the gala evening? Well, we will ask Mr. Du to take this question. Well, thank you for asking this question. Well, indeed, this civilian parade and the gala evening to be held this year will be an important component of the celebration and will be presented in a free, lively, jubilant, and a youthful way. And to be more specific, there will be 5 highlights. First, the integrated design of the parade. We will have an integrated design of the square formations, floats, decorations of the Tiananmen Square, and the video and the sound footage. The formations will be the main part, and the floats will be the focus of attention, and the entire parade will be accompanied by video footage and music. And also we will combine art with high-tech, enhance the interaction between different elements, and form a coherent style with the Tiananmen Square at its center, and the different elements echoing each other in a coordinated way. The second highlight will be the narrative and immersive style of the parade. The parade will proceed in a chronological way by telling stories and presenting scenes with each formation. And so these formations will connect each other into a long scroll, and those separate scenes will altogether reflect the time period that we live in, and also those stories will illustrate the very philosophy of China's development. On the Chang'an Street, the Chang'an Avenue, you can expect to see a moving picture, so to speak, of how the People's Republic has made progress in the new era and in its development, and it will take the audience through the past 70 years of development and the strive of the new China. And the third highlight will be the composition of the parade itself. The participants will come from all trades and professions, ethnic groups, and walks of life in China. They will include workers, farmers, teachers, students, doctors, and civil servants, and also delivery workers, square dance enthusiasts, and representatives of new social strata. And they will also include fellow Chinese from Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan, and also those living abroad, and also foreign friends. The fourth highlights will be the design of the floats. They will choose vivid and easily understandable characters and images, and put additional emphasis on the artistic rendition of what's politically important, and they will try to recreate the scenes reflecting the change in people's way of thinking, so that we will put traditional and modern arts together to make those floats more smart and more modern. The fifth highlight is the decoration of the Tiananmen Square. There will be a red ribbon sculpture as the centerpiece. The red ribbon, I think if you pass by the Tiananmen Square, you will see its contour now. It symbolizes the red spirit that connects the history, the present, and the future of our country, and also how the party has led the Chinese Revolution from victory to victory. Also, on the eastern and western sides of the square, there will be 70 red inflated lanterns hung up to echo the red ribbon centerpiece sculpture. And also we will install temporary viewing stands within the square so that more members of the public can come to the square to watch the parade. Now moving on to the gala evening, there will be 4 major components. First, there will be a performance to introduce the theme of the gala evening. On the section of the Chang'an Avenue, south of the Golden Water Bridge, there will be 3,290 participants holding light-emitting screens and props to form a picture and to create a splendid visual effect to artistically depict the journey of the Chinese nation and its quantum leap from standing up on its own feet to getting prosperous and also to growing strong. And the second, which is also the main part of the gala evening, is a celebration performance. And about 3,650 members of provincial and municipal art groups will demonstrate their local cultures. We have selected nearly 40 well-known and well-liked songs in China, and we have also written new songs such as People Are the Sky, Dear Sons and Daughters, Dear Home, Happy Mountain, Happy River, and Happy People, A New Day, New Age, and Shared Joy and Shared Wish, and others that form a series of songs to pay tribute to the new age, to boost the joyous mood of the gala evening. And the third, public celebration. So in the main performance zone, and on this western and eastern side, there will be 10 public performance zones. The themes are happy life, shared dream, impression of our times, let dreams fly, like fish and water, healthy China, be enterprising, green mountains and rivers, beautiful countryside, and embracing the world. There will be cheerful and stylistic songs and dances to allow the public to freely express their love for the nation. And the fourth is the fireworks show, and it will make full use of space provided. And at different heights, there will be different kinds of fireworks to be played, and it will creatively showcase the beauty of the firework art to elevate the joyful mood of the occasion. So all these performances are both individual chapters of the gala evening, and they also seamlessly connect each other and will create different points where the gala evening will culminate. And I think this gala evening will fully feature public participation. All of the participants and the performers will be people, ordinary people from different walks of life. There will be no professional singers, and all of the songs will be sung by the average people participating in the celebration. And the second, we will make sure that the performance areas will be fully illuminated, and it will create an all-dimensional effect and will be a dynamic performance. In other words, for the buildings around the Tiananmen Square, including the Tiananmen Rostrum, the National Museum, the Great Hall of the People, and the Zhengyang Gate turret, there will be lighting designs to better illuminate the place, and also by using large installations and props, such as the viewing stands of the square, we will create a three-dimensional effect. And also to make the performance more dynamic, we will use a creative way of choreographing, and we will introduce a lot of movement and interactively showcase the celebration. Well, that's a lot of information, a lot of visual, I think, for all of you here. Thank you very much. With Nikkei, my question goes to Secretary General Tong. So throughout those 70 years, what do you think is the main economic achievement for China? Thank you. Well, thank you very much for the question. Well, in the past 70 years, I would say that there are a lot of economic achievements that China has made. It will be difficult to cover all of them in just a couple of minutes, so I'll just focus on 5 achievements. Well, generally speaking, in the past 70 years, under the strong leadership of the CPC, our country has transformed from isolation and backwardness to openness and progress, from lack of food or clothing to initial prosperity, from poverty and weakness to prosperity and strength. And also we have made historic achievements in economic achievement and laid a solid foundation for initial prosperity and also the great rejuvenation of the nation as our Chinese dream. First of all, we have seen great boost in our national strength. The new China used to be extremely poor. In 1952, our GDP was only 67.9 billion yuan. In 2010, however, it exceeded 40 trillion yuan, overtaking Japan and becoming the world's second. Since the 18th Party Congress, our national strength continues to rise. In the past 3 years, we successfully reached the 70 trillion, 80 trillion, and 90 trillion yuan thresholds. and now we account for nearly 16% of the world's economy. At constant price, our GDP in 2018 was 175 times that of 1952, a year-on-year average growth of 8.1%. And in 2018, our per capita GNI reached $9,732, higher than the average of middle-income countries. Our fiscal revenues also maintained rapid growth. In 2018, the fiscal revenues reached 18.3 trillion yuan. Also, foreign reserves were also quite high. In 2018, the balance of foreign reserves was $3.07 trillion US. For 13 years in a row, we were world number one in foreign reserves. And the second, we have quite improved significantly the economic structure. In the past 70 years, we have been able to ensure self-supply in terms of agricultural produce. In 2018, food production grew by 4.8 times compared with 1949, and the industrial sector has become a predominant sector in China. We now have all the industrial sectors according to the categorization of the UN. And also our service sector has achieved a lot. As the speaker from Beijing government introduced, we are seeing rapid progress in terms of delivery. And also new urbanization is moving towards a higher quality compared with the 1950s. Urbanization rate is up by 50 percentage points. And also we are forming a new layout in terms of integration of urban and rural development. Third, we have enhanced innovation capacity. We have more innovative people now in China. In particular, since the 18th Party Congress, innovation has become the #1 driving force for development. Manned space program, lunar probe, quantum science, deep sea exploration, supercomputing, satellite navigation have all made important achievements. In 2018, the expenditure on research and laboratories across the country reached 1.93 trillion yuan, which accounts for 2.18% of our GDP. It is higher than the average level of the EU 15. And also, fourth, we have further opened up to the world in the past 70 years, committing to the independent foreign policy of peace and friendship and cooperation with all countries in the world. We have joined the WTO, that was in 2001, and we are participating in international economic cooperation in a more active manner. Since the 18th Party Congress, we have actively promoted the Belt and Road Initiative. Over 160 countries, regions, and international organizations have responded favorably to the initiative. We have also put forward the proposal of building a community with a shared future for mankind, contributing China's wisdom and showcasing our responsibility in the transformation of the global governance system. Fifth, we have notably elevated people's living standards. In the past 70 years, there has been a continued increase of urban and rural personal income. In 2018, disposable income reached to 28,000 yuan, a real growth of 24.3 times compared with 1978. Since the 18th Party Congress, for 6 years in a row, we have been able to create more than 13 million jobs every year in cities and towns. By the end of 2018, the employed people in China, the number reached 776 million. We have also done a great job in poverty alleviation. Between 2013 and 2018, we have reduced the rural poor population by 82.39 million. And in 2018, rural poverty headcount ratio were cut down to 1.7%. We account for more than 70% of the global poverty reduction results. So I would say that all these achievements have truly been remarkable. And looking back on those 70 years, and especially since the 18th Party Congress, our achievement in economic and social development has been truly encouraging and inspiring. And what has happened fully shows that with the strong leadership of the party and also with concerted efforts of people of the entire country, we will be able to overcome all difficulties and challenges on our way ahead and also achieve the victory in the socialism with Chinese characteristics in the new era and realizing the Chinese dream of great rejuvenation. Thank you. Next question. Thank you. With China News Services. In those years, there are always important cultural performances around important occasions. What will be the highlights of the upcoming cultural performance?
Well, thank you for your attention to the cultural performance. This cultural performance, as a musical epic, will be more diverse in content. It will feature classical works that people are very familiar with, as well as new creations that reflect the new era. It will be a soul-stirring performance with high aesthetic value and echoes the call of the times. It will also feature artists from different age brackets, many of whom you are very familiar with, but also many young performers. And as a tradition, the cultural performance will also feature patriotic artists from Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan who embrace the one country, two system principle, and they together will be staging a high-level performance. We will also be employing new audiovisual techniques in the performance, which will add more contents to the experience of the performance. So please feel free to enjoy the cultural performance either live or on TV and discover more highlights. There will be also simulcasted and re-aired performances of this cultural performance, and there will also be a movie produced based on the performance, which will be another large-scale musical epic following The East is Red and Road to Rejuvenation. And with the techniques of movie art, it will be reproducing the grandeur of the cultural performance and add more artistic elegance to the stage performance so that it will be more appealing. And the production will be completed by 2020 and will soon meet the audience. Thank you. Next question. With Xinhua News Agency. The military parade attracts a lot of attention. So my question is, what is the purpose and significance of the military parade? What will be the new highlights? And now we are entering the end of August. How is the preparation going?
Well, thank you for your question. According to the decision of the Party Central Committee and the Central Military Commission, on the 1st of October this year, there will be a grand military parade in Tiananmen Square. General Secretary of the Party Central Committee, President of China, and the Chairman of the Central Military Commission, Xi Jinping, will inspect the troops. This military parade will be an important component of the celebrations marking the 70th anniversary of the PRC, and the theme is to firmly uphold the leadership core and reflect the features of the times, to demonstrate the national and military prestige and inspire love for the nation. The keynote is for the parade to be grand, warm, practical, and frugal. The goal is to highlight what is special about National Day celebrations and make this a grand military parade that will showcase the army, a strong army for the new era. And through this military parade, we hope to demonstrate that our party will always listen to the command of the party, and it will reflect the achievements in our military reforms and also showcase our army's battle preparedness and its capabilities. We also hope to demonstrate the firm confidence of our military in working towards the goal set by our party of building a world-class military, and also inspire and incentivize the entire party, military, and people of all ethnic groups to work tirelessly for the Chinese dream of great national rejuvenation. And this military parade will reflect the new age of both the socialism with Chinese characteristics and also army building in China. And also we will reflect the general principle of the Central Military Commission exercising overall leadership, the theater commands responsible for military operations, and the services focusing on developing capabilities. We will scientifically arrange the different services being part of the military parade and the demonstration of their weapons and equipment. And we will also carefully organize the different formations to fully show how our new revolutionary army has faith, ability, courage, and integrity, and to fully show that our army is an army of victory and discipline. And also the parade will consist of the foot formations, the armament formations, and also the air echelons. And the foot formations will focus on the reform and restructured leadership and command system, size structure, and force composition of the PLA. And also it will showcase the composition of the PLA, armed police, and the militia. And also the armament formations will focus on demonstrating the innovation capacity and the research and the development capacity of our own defense team. And all of the armament will be in service, battle-ready equipment. Many of the types are on public display for the first time. The air echelons will focus on demonstrating the level of systematic development of the Air Force. And also we will make sure that the military parade will have a lot of innovative designs in terms of elevating the celebratory mood, organizing the troops to be inspected, demonstrating historic elements, and showcasing the armament. For instance, it will showcase how, under the strong leadership of the Party Central Committee, our defense and military building have traversed a 70-year extraordinary journey. It will reflect how our army has moved from victory to victory and the many exploits. And we will also pay tribute to the different units that have achieved remarkable exploits, and also how the army will carry on the red spirit, and how we will adapt to the scientific and technological progress and the change in the forms of war. And also we know that all the successive military parades since the founding of the People's Republic demonstrate the different features of different time periods. This upcoming one will be the first one since socialism with Chinese characteristics entered a new era, so it will be the first time that our PLA will be in the public eye after its reform and restructure. So we really want to make this military parade refreshing and reflective of what is special of our times. And second, this upcoming one will carry a different theme. The 70th anniversary military parade will be an important part of the celebration, so it's going to be different from the military parade marking the anniversary of the victory in the war against Japanese aggression, and the military parade in Zhuruhe, and also the military parade on the sea. And so this one is going to fully coordinate with the celebration activities, and we're going to show the solemnness and the grandeur of the anniversary celebration. And third, its organization is going to be different. We have come up with some new ways to fully showcase the composition of our force and to highlight the capabilities in terms of battle, training, and logistics. And also we are going to showcase how we have advanced our armies in terms of information technology and systemic battle, and also jointly achieving victory. And also, all the preparations are moving ahead steadily, and we have established a three-tiered military parade command system, and they are going to be responsible for the specific deployment and organization of the military parade. And also, we have completed the forming of the joint military band, and all these troops have now moved to places around Beijing, and they are now undergoing training and rehearsal. And we are going to practice frugality and reflect efficiency, and we're going to carry out joint logistic support. And all these preparations have received generous support from the central authorities and Beijing. So on the whole, our troops are working hard with a high morale in those trainings, and we are confident that under the leadership of the Party Central Committee, the Central Military Commission, and General Secretary Xi Jinping, and also with all the efforts of the entire army, we will be ready for the inspection of the country and the people, and we will showcase the spirit of our nation and the strength of our army. Thank you. In the interest of time, last question, please. Thank you. With Phoenix TV, we know that during the celebrations, Beijing's city operation will also face special challenge. So what measures has Beijing taken? And in terms of security, what are the special arrangements?
Well, thank you for your question. The celebration for the 70th anniversary is not just a grand state function, but also a stage to be shared by all sons and daughters of China. In Beijing, there will be a large number of citizens who will take part in celebrations on their own initiatives in different ways to celebrate the birthday of the country. And this shows that this is a celebration by the people. Just now, Mr. Du mentioned that not only for the civilian parade, but also for the gala evening, they all highlight the status of the people. In order that the people can have a better feeling of the joy of the 70th anniversary and to spend a joyful holiday, we have made the following arrangements. First, we will be holding rich garden activities for the National Day. Apart from the parade and the gala evening, during the National Day holiday, Beijing will be holding garden activities, including two programs, the splendor of the 10 gardens and the beauty of the 100 gardens. The 10 gardens include more representative and better-known gardens, including the Tiantang Garden, the Taoranting Garden, and the Garden of Beijing Expo. And for the 100 gardens, they are the more accessible gardens with good environments. During the National Day holiday, these gardens will feature gardening installations in accordance with their practicalities. And on the 2nd of October, we will also be activities featuring performances, exhibitions, and sports performances. And also, the Beijing Expo will be successfully concluded during the National Day holiday. There will be a series of activities which we hope that more people can come to enjoy so as to have a better feeling of China's ecological progress. Second is to foster an orderly and grand environment for the celebrations. Focusing on the theme of celebration, we will be conducting vegetation and sanitation works for the urban environment. We will hoist national flags, put in place placards, advertisement, billboards, and all-dimensional floral installations and night lightings to foster an environment which has a notable theme and colorful decorations so as to better create an atmosphere for the celebrations. Third, we will be holding cultural activities by the people. Just now, as Minister Wang mentioned, there will be the Me and My Country publicity campaign and also the Raise the Flag and Sing the Anthem Together activities. We will also be holding celebration services, garden activity services, and also cultural activity services, which are all voluntary services to mobilize the incentive of the people in participation of celebration activities and also to foster a stronger patriotic sense. Fourth, we will be strengthening the support for day-to-day urban operation. In terms of power, communications, gas, and night lighting, we are formulating emergency plans and strengthening the inspection for the security and safety of equipments and putting in place emergency personnel, vehicles, and materials. During the National Day holiday, we will be putting in place emergency personnel on duty 24/7 to ensure the smooth operation of the facilities. Relevant departments will be strengthening the support for daily necessities and to ensure the smooth operation of the markets. Also, we will be putting in place good services for the convenience of tourists from home and abroad who will be traveling to Beijing. It is a glorious duty of Beijing to ensure the logistic support for the celebrations. We will spare inconvenience for the Beijing citizens and to harmonize the service support with a more refined management of urban operation. And Beijing residents have a good tradition of bearing in mind the bigger picture of the country and to see the state affairs as their own celebrations. And they will be giving full understanding and support for some temporary management measures. And let me also take this opportunity to express my deep appreciations and pay high tribute to the people of Beijing on behalf of the party committee and the government of Beijing. Well, in the end, let me also thank all journalists from home and abroad for your attention to the celebrations, and thank you for covering the celebration activities. We will also be providing convenience and service for your coverage work. We will be setting up a press center for the celebrations media coverage. It will be in the media center and will start operating from the 30th of September. We will be having a series of press briefings, and thank you. And we'll also welcome all of you to sign up for the press briefings. Thank you for your continued attention. This is the end of today's press briefing. Thank you.